Cheers, COD family! It's Yap time! Welcome to another Yapcast episode. Today we are watching a little bit the Zone 2 fights here. And I am super happy that Wahid and me got today a special guest. Everyone know her, I think. It is Quokka. She is our Discord lead moderator since a long time. And we thought it's maybe a good time to talk a little bit about the official Call of Dragons Discord, what is going on there, how is the life as a Discord moderator, what are the daily tasks here. Hi, Apta is here in the house as well, Venya, Machine Guys. Apta is saying, Quokka the goat. So a big, warmly welcome to Wahid for sure, who is yapping here with me like always, and a big welcome to Quokka as well. Welcome, guys.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
So Quokka, maybe for the beginning, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit, maybe for the people who don't know you yet? I think the most people know you, but maybe there's someone watching who haven't heard the name yet. So maybe introduce yourself a little bit.
So I'm Quokka. I used to play Call of Dragons a lot. Now I'm retired and only moderating Discord in my free time as a time killer. Um, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, you played a long time in MFD with Apta there.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
And how long are you already a Call of Dragons moderator?
So I started modding almost 2 years ago. It's been a while.
That
It's
is
right at the
really a long time.
beginning.
Yeah, it is since the
Um,
beginning, true.
no, I started like year after the beginning. So Call of Dragon already
Okay.
almost 3 years out ish. So I'm here for two.
We have already the first question in the chat, how to become a Call of Dragons moderator. That is maybe a good question. So do you need to apply for that position, or how is the process if anyone wants to become a moderator?
Well, the proper procedure is usually we send an announcement out that we are looking for mod in our teams if there's an opening somewhere. But sometimes if we see that there are, like it was with Renegade, if we see that person is active and he will be a great addition to our community, we can reach out to someone directly and ask them if they want to join our team and be a mod.
And how many moderators does Call of Dragons Discord have right now? What is the amount of people?
So now we have 7, and I would assume that until we hit 100,000 K users in the Discord, we're not gonna need another one. For now, we're good with our team. Our team is great. Even though more people will say that we are not good or we're biased, but we are a good team. We gathered the best people there to do their jobs. Some sometimes might slip off, but we mostly trying to um, stay on a track with our guidelines.
Okay.
GPT says Quokka sounds hot.
Fob came in here as well, Face of Blade. Oh, Quokka making Fob a mod soon? Question mark.
I don't know about that one, to be honest. That is stretchable.
Questionable. That's a good answer. Arise is saying Quokka the goat. ChatGPT, Princess Wahid, what do you think about Boss Nasty's recent video? We can come about that later. Right now, we are super happy that Quokka joined us, and we want to first do the interview with her. We also got some cool infos about, because we were wondering, is there some rules inside the Discord mods? And she said she shared some screenshots with us, how the mods react as a team and stuff like that. So maybe it is time to put that up a little bit here, that you can say a little bit. I mean, for me, one more question before we go into rules and how the Discord is. When did you decide to become a lead mod? Have you been from the beginning a lead mod, or was that coming to? I think Rusty Max was lead before, right?
Yes. Okay, so a little history. When I joined, Rusty was a lead mod, but then he decided to quit, and there was some their drama on their side. And we didn't have any leads for a while. The role of lead mod was filled by community managers, the yellow roles people. So they were overseeing most of the lead mod things, like if we needed subscription or if we needed new bots or whatever. So they've been doing that for a while. Long Silver, if you remember him or no, but
I
then
do remember.
sadly,
Yes.
yeah, he was great. I miss him a lot. But then he went off to his study in real life, so he couldn't continue his work with Lilith. And because he couldn't do the duties he was doing before, they decided to drop it on me, uh, if I wanted to, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much how I got it and why. Just because they needed someone to oversee these things while they were looking for new community managers. Before Gloria got there, before Vicky got there, before Damien got there, um, they needed someone to fill that role.
Mm-hmm. Abda saying is also he's missing Silver, and I have to say the same because I was talking a lot to Silver as well. I mean, as a content creator, you are kind of in contact with some with some people there as well. But I think a question is also how much work is it as a lead moderator on COD Discord? How many hours a day in percentage do you think is Discord causing you work?
As a lead specifically, it's not that much. My jobs are usually contains to fixing something if a bot down, or if we need a new bot, or if we need a new tool to use, or if we need a new command or something like that. It doesn't take much time. It's usually just go in, fix it, or just go in, edit, or just go in and do whatever. It takes 5 to 15 minutes a day, sometimes not every day. It just if there is a necessity for something. Uh, as a mod specifically, not a lead mod, just a moderator, it depends on you. It depends how much free time do you have, how much free time do you want to spend reading chats, how much free time you want to go over different things. So our team divided themselves of what of the responsibilities they're doing. For example, Val, she's doing giveaways and she also goes over recruitment posts. I know there is a lot of people who thinks a lot of moderators doesn't do anything, but they do. Just if you don't see the work, it doesn't mean it's not happening. There is the recruitment posts, there is comments there that needs also moderation. There are also the kins chat that need moderation, adding new people, removing them if they no longer kins, whatever. There's also um, giveaways, the boosters. There's so much thing that going on the background that not everyone see, that most moderators doing on the background and not yapping as much as me, for example, or Bunny. So in that regard, a lot of people think moderators doing nothing, which is not true at all.
Okay, I mean, and that is interesting. I mean, I'm in the boosters chat, and I know, for example, Quokka, that the booster chat is your responsibility as well. I mean, every month, I mean, that is maybe interesting for the Call of Dragons community as well. So if you boost the Call of Dragons server, you get monthly rewards for that. So you boost the server, and then there is a separate channel, and Quokka is there announcing every month that you have to sign in your player ID and everything. And she's making sure, and then we get monthly the booster rewards. And oh, I don't know how much it is. It is a few jumps, a few speed ups. I don't know the exactly numbers, but we get that every month. And I mean, but that is a lot of work too. And I think the giveaways, as you said, I think a lot of work people don't see in the background. I feel like 7 moderators for 81K people is a lot.
Yeah. Like I'm telling you, there is, for example, Val. She's amazing. She have a spreadsheet where she adds every single person who wants a giveaway. She changes their statuses, and that's a lot of work to go in, open it, find add, ask, change, confirm. There's just so much work that's going on in the background that people don't see. That's why please respect our moderators. They're doing so much job for basically nothing, for free, just because they love the game, they love the community.
I do fully agree, and that
Actually,
maybe leads us a little bit to the topics where you also send us the screenshot. I mean, I think one of your main responsibilities is to kind of manage the daily general chat in COD, right? That is also one of your main parts, what you do daily, right?
We all do that, yes, that's the main idea of mods.
And I mean, so I can put that maybe real quick on the screen. It is a little bit small, but they had some updated rules there in September. So this is the rules they have inside the Discord moderators. So where they have, I mean, you can maybe explain it the best. What are these rules for? What were the reasons we got these updated rules? You can maybe say something about that, how that all came.
Okay, so we have our guidelines and our rules from the beginning of time. How we behave in each of the scenarios. If person insult and if person doing that, this, whatever. And as we know, there was a little bit of war going on there with some BTX player, Arise, and other memers that were going back and forth, and it escalated a lot. So that was one step of a new rules. After that, there was few more situations where some alliances were going on each other a lot. We're not gonna name names. We all know who those people were, and they were all going to CMs or client support and telling about how toxic Discord is. And because of that, the new rules were implemented. Those new rules didn't come from me or from any of the mods. Those rules came from Lily's staff themselves. They sit together in their room, in their offices in China, and they wrote down set of rules and how we as moderators should behave towards any of the breaking of these rules for toxicity, for some of the memes, for how people argue with us or each other, and all of this stuff were written down in new rules that were introduced and implemented since like a month ago. And people were very harshly reacting toward those rules just because it's new and it's more strict to what it was. But again, those rules weren't implemented by me or by any of the modes. That's what we were told to do, and that's what we were told to uphold.
And I mean that is maybe something which is very interesting. I mean the mods are often have to deal with it as kind of like you random choose the rules or something like that. And I mean there was a reason we kind of got these rules. And yeah, this I mean everyone knows these alliances who are talking on the COD general chat and probably kind of responsible for that. And that is including probably the own alliance where I am as well. We have
crazy.
and some other big ones, some other big alliances. So, but what was basically here changed is, I mean, here's the rules. It is about personal attacks. It is about insulting language. It is about yeah, mocking and sarcasm stuff like this. And I do like they have a system now, kind of like mute. So first you get a warning, then you get a 3-day or a 7-day ban, and then after you got a 7-day ban, then it can leads to a permanent ban if you don't behave. And I feel like this kind of rules are kind of important because this is a Discord where should be the player base, and when new players join and every day the same alliances talk the same stuff and kind of insult each other in bad ways, this is not making the game looking well. And that's why I understand that Lilith made that new rules. Dark, some other big alliances just avoiding saying Echo. I mean, that is Echo, that is BTX, that is EIS, you know, that is all that alliances who are kind of out there yapping. And there are more alliances who have kind of that. It's mostly only a few people, but a lot of people are yapping there. And then we have here also.
It kind of lays out like the punishment measures. you see like the first they'll get a warn, they'll get a 3-day, a 7-day, and then this ban, and then permanent is a 7-day plus permanent or 7-day plus ban. That is like so interesting to see because I think so many people wonder and they say, well, how many, what happens next, or what happens next if I get a 3-day? Okay, well then your next measure is a 7-day. And Princess and I were talking, I think it was last night about this, and Princess's idea was was as soon as someone does something, they should get a 1-month mute so that you only have to hear from them once a month.
That, that was more kind of like a joke, but I said, I mean, if someone really bad insults and you ban him instant for a month, then you have at least a lesson learned maybe after, But it was more joking. Like I have really to say I do like the system, and it's also interesting they have it separated for players who directly insult others. The ban system is a little bit is a little bit a higher amount of days, and then there's also here that is I find very interesting for those who reference or quote players who directly insult others, because sometimes it's one who does the insulting, but there are also people who kind of refer to this and kind of steer the drama up, and they have here also a mute process and a ban process. It's a little bit the warnings they get are a little bit, they get more warnings than the people who insult directly.
Something I want to add to all of this, just so you know, because I know people will speak about that. If you have some amount of warnings already, like if you have already 3 warnings and it says that next one is 7 days or whatever, just you need to understand also that different warnings are different consequences. So if you've been warned for overusing caps or overusing gifts or spamming something, that's different kind of punishment and different kind of repercussions after. Same with toxicity or something else. If you've been warned for something and you have 5 warnings and you're not banned yet, it's not because mods are biased. It's just because your warnings are different from each other, and meaning you still have a chance to redeem yourself and you still have the chance to stay and stay less toxic and continue talking to people.
Dr. Evil, thanks for the subscribe here. And guys, don't forget to drop a like on the Yapcast live stream here if you enjoy the time with us together. I sometimes forget to mention it. I feel like you made a good point. Not every kind of bad behavior is the same. I mean, if you type in caps or if you insult someone very bad personal, that there should be a difference. So I do kind of understand that there's also a different banning times. So that's maybe good that you clarified that.
But hanging out now on vacation from God General.
But the question is it also like, do you have there a separate list as well, kind of like that caps give less? Because these rules I kind of expect is kind of like when this happening, like the first one you sent me for players who directly insult, were using offensive, degrading, or attacking language aimed at individuals or groups, personal attacks, continuous personal attacks, mocking, sarcasm. So this is probably what leads to the highest amount of ban time.
Yeah, I also want to address what just Dark said, that so 1 hour to an 8-hour mute, and yet Quokka gave me a 4-hour mute for no reason. I will address that. Sometimes we as mods, if we see people getting very heated up and very emotional, we can put them on cooldown on whatever we decide is more fit to just shut them up so they could chill and go with their days better after their mute is up. So if they are very heated and emotional, we just basically shutting them up so they can get some time to cool off.
So that you avoid that it heats up. So before you kind of you give that cooldown that you, when you see, oh my God, that could be a situation, and I mean by time you probably have get a feeling for it, and then you can put it on a cooldown that it doesn't even come to the point where something like this happens.
Yes.
Okay. And I mean, we can maybe also talk about the other one, the updated rules for the meme channel. We had it, I think, in another Yapcast. Do you remember that, Wahid? We had it, I think, in another Yapcast when it's the first time
Yeah, we
happened?
went through some of the different things and maybe what had caused it.
I mean, that got now ruled very rough, in my opinion, the meme channel, that it's not even allowed to use alliance names anymore. So I was kind of, I mean, I do understand that there should be not personal names or personal pictures. I do fully understand that one. With the alliance names, I personally can just talk from my perspective. I saw that it is a little bit rough because an alliance name is just an alliance name. It's not like something bad, but maybe you can tell about how that rule came with the meme channel. So maybe some context
Okay.
to this one.
Yeah, so the alliance name or even person's name, Aziz, is not a big deal. What the big deal is if there's insult in it. Usually, most of the memes that people doing are insulting and targeted someone, either alliance or a person or someone's actions. So when it's clear that the meme is toxic and against someone, we remove it, no question asked. Also, if the meme are being reported to us and it's semi-toxic or can be toxic, we're removing them also. But if the meme is normal and it just have something that person doesn't like, but it's not attacking anyone, even if it's being reported to us, we're not gonna delete it just because there is some common sense to what is toxicity, what is not, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so those rules been added not recently. We had those rules like a year ago, but then we decided to let them go. Just let people post whatever they want. But again, it got out of hand again. People started using memes just to insult each other all the time. There was no other memes besides people saying bad things about of other players or alliances. So the rules got reinstated, and we started banning and removing and deleting and warning people for toxicity in memes again.
Hmm. I mean, when I look here a little bit at the chat, I mean, it is probably rough. You can probably, even if you would like, that would even be impossible to react 100% neutral in that job, you know, because sometimes you see situations earlier than others, and sometimes I feel like it is very hard. And that is where I think there should be a kind of a tolerance. We should give them mods as well. I mean, they are doing their job. They are doing that the best way they can do. But they are also humans as well. So they will not do that in every perfectly favor everyone likes to have it. On the other hand, I feel like it is from the COD community also the part that we should respect our mods, and kind of I feel like sometimes are the talks in there that people not really listen to the mods, and they give the warnings and they say, hey, but now it's kind of time to stop, and no one does it, and then they complain after when they get banned or something like that.
Yeah,
So
that happens all the times.
and I mean, would you say it is even possible, even if you would be online, I don't know, 24 hours a day, even then you cannot make it probably 100% fair, right? It's always like one time you do this or this, and it's not like that you are kind of biased. I would not call that bias. It's just human that you cannot, sometimes you think this needs to be a cooldown. For example, when we look at the last rule update, when users disagree with others, avoid repetitive arguments. And here'd say definition of repetitive arguments. If disagreement between two or more members escalates into 20 or more messages in total, it will be considered as a repetitive argument. Punishment, all users involved will receive a warning. So this is also something. So if you kind of keep arguing, I think the sense behind is that you don't, put the things up and up again. I mean, it is mostly, if we are honest, when you look the last 3 or 6 months on the COD Discord, it is mostly the same every day. So
Yeah.
how do you feel about that? Do you feel it is easy to act with these rules doing your job, or you still say sometimes it's just like, yeah, I do it the best way I can, but I cannot be perfect as well?
So I will address that as well. While I'm online, I'm not online 24/7. Even if I wanted to, I physically can't because I have my life, work, whatever.
And you
So
need
if
sleep.
I'm online, And sleep, definitely, but sleep, it's just whatever. But when I'm online, I am treating people the same way. Doesn't matter who are they. I muted Abda and I'm dating him. So, because he was going overboard.
Modding Abda.
It's not because um I'm biased if I'm not muting someone or not warning someone. If there is an argument and I know that one person started it and the other person is defending himself, I'm not gonna warn person who defended himself if they have been respectful. I will warn only person who started it. Just because I don't think people who trying to defend themselves should get punishment if they are being respectful with it, right? So again, and I'm not online 24/7 and I don't read everything. So some of the arguments can be slipped. I cannot see them unless either someone tags me on DMs me. I will not see it, and the punishment someone received while I was online will not receive while I'm not online. Different mods might think a bit differently. If I see this person being instigator and other person is just trying to defend themselves, I will warn one and not warn other. But I know some other mod can warn both at the same time, just because they don't want to read through it, and they don't want to get involved into whatever they're doing. Just shut them both up and done with it. So, and that's totally fine too. It's not about being unfair, it's just about our time. If I have some time to spare to read through it, I will, and I will find uh, who was the reason of all of it started, and that person will be warned. But if I don't have time, all of the people involved will be muted, will be warned, and that will be it. It's not because we're biased or we leaning towards someone more, someone less. No, it's not because of that. It's just simply because of time and human factor. We are not robots. We trying our best, but sometimes it is just what it is. I can be busy. I can be outside and someone tags me. In that case, I'll just warn everyone and just leave because I have my stuff going on and I can't just stay there and read through their bullshit. So there's that.
I can totally understand. I mean, you cannot wake up every morning and read up 8 hours of chatting. Oh my God, insert TR. Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you.
sticker.
Oh,
And
Rusty Max is
Rusty Max
here.
is in the house. We got Rusty Max. How are you, Max? We are missing you. The
Oh
old.
wow, it's been a long time.
Yes.
Rusty. Do you guys know that he now almost married man or already married? I don't
Oh
know.
no, he is. Oh, congratulations, Max.
Well, at least
Awesome.
engaged.
Oh,
That's amazing.
do
Good
you
for
remember,
you.
Quokka? I think he left too early because we wanted to arrange that trip together, to the little headquarter at some time. We had even a
Yeah.
group
Yes.
chat. Why? You were in there as well?
Yes, yes. We were all
OMG.
planning.
We need Max back. We need to plan that headquarters trip. You- Oh, so happy for you. But I mean, real life, and that is, I think, Quokka said it perfectly. And you're getting a baby soon. Oh, even more
Oh my
Oh my
congrats.
god.
God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Max become a dad. That's so. I'm
Wow.
so happy for you, Max. Well deserved.
See, quit Call of Dragons and you become married and with baby. That's how it works. Just go touch the grass.
Exactly.
I mean, I have to say that even as a content creator, I do that. That's why I fully understand you. I do that in my free time as well. I have a normal life with work, with family, with friends, with stuff to do. Then I'm also a player in Call of Dragons, which kind of occupies a lot of time as well. I mean, this KVK a little bit less, at the beginning at least. But I do understand we cannot always be perfect, and I think isn't it better be human and not always 100% be perfect than kind of trying to be perfect, but you will never be because no one will be. I mean, you can do your best, and people like it or not at the end of the day. But I feel like when you are doing 90% of the time a good job, and maybe sometimes you do a mistake, that's normal. Everyone does in life when they touch grass or in the game or wherever, do mistakes. And I feel like it should be a little bit more generous in the COD Discord sometimes. And also, I mean, We talked about it earlier. How is it in other games, Quokka? And you can maybe say your experience in Rise of Kingdoms, that because it really surprised me.
Yeah, so Rise of Kingdoms community, in my opinion, is so much more toxic than Call of Dragons. And even on Discord, their moderators can engage in some kind of arguments as well, but they will just purge a lot of messages and pretend it never happened and then warn people. In our community, we are honestly trying our hardest to just keep it simple, chill, enjoying. I know people don't like it. I know people think we're trying to kill the fun, but insulting each other is not fun, in my opinion. And if you have a different opinion, that's fine, but keep it elsewhere.
This chat GPT guy is like falling in love with
Yes,
you.
yeah, he's fallen in love with you, and he got probably issues with Abda soon. So please, a little bit more calming down here. Quokka is. Can we say that
You come
official
with
that
a
you are
warning
taken?
label because smiling at you is highly addictive.
Oh my God. Rock Mod has Ellie.
LGBT.
He's super cool guy, cool guy, by the way. So I mean, oh yeah. So I have to disappoint you, ChatGPT. Quokka is taken as long as I don't know anything else. But yeah, the stream is a little bit quiet. I couldn't get it louder here. It is just kind of like the situation we have. You can turn up your volume. If I have to turn down,
Always has a problem with this, I swear.
it's always no, it's always dark.
Yeah.
So now I lost my track what I wanted to say. Yeah, exactly, because I had a feeling that I never saw another game like Call of Dragons being so toxic. So that was
There's other games that are so much even more toxic than Rise of Kingdoms. I don't want to butcher their names, but other kingdom builders, like SOS or whatever they call. My opinion, I haven't spent a lot of time on discourse of those games, but they can get very toxic and they escalate from 0 to 100 in millisecond.
okay, because I feel like I'm just talking about Age of Empires Mobile and other games I played, and I felt like, especially in Age of Empires Mobile, and that was a pretty new game. It came out last year, I think October. It had a launch, and there the moderators, there was not even that drama upcoming, because at least at the point when I played that game at the beginning, the moderators, you had to respect the moderators. Otherwise, and when you disrespect a moderator there, you got really a few days ban and stuff like this. So they had really high regulation, especially also with treating the moderators, because that they get respected. And I feel like this is someone we can sometimes learn, right?
That's so very true. I know a lot of communities too that even if you say something towards mods, anything, they will ban you permanently. I had that situation because I had Nemesis in one of the communities, and I was jokingly tagging him, and he was a mod. And other mod banned me permanently just because I was tagging him,
Yeah.
like jokingly,
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw that as
And
well.
they didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know that we like friendly-ish. So they just saw that it's weird and just banned me. So mods in COD are very good and nice if you compare them to some other mods. They are trying to understand you, trying to get you to step on your own before they take actions, etc. So don't cry about mods.
Yeah, because I had the same feeling. That is just my experience from other games as well. That is in Call of Dragons Discord kind of like, oh, in Germany I would know the word. It's kind of like, it comes by time that some things are like they are, but it should sometimes maybe rule a little bit more. So Lucy is saying it's because Dark is so loud, the stream seems quiet to him.
You know what he does? Dark sits in Discord with all the other people talking while he's listening to this. And then he's like, well, I can't turn it off because otherwise I can't hear the other people in the Discord. That's because you should not be in the Discord. You should be only sitting listening to Yapcast. That's the problem.
Murder said it's perfectly fine with the volume. And Dr. Evil is saying, Quokka, by the way, hi Quokka, former MD member here. So he's greeting you.
Oh, I remember you. Hello, hello.
So I think, I mean, and that is, I think, the part of, I mean, what is also maybe interesting when you wake up in the morning or over one day, how many DMs you get every day as a lead moderator on Call of Dragons?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I might not get any. Sometimes it might be 10. Depends if there is drama, if there is something happening, if people need something or whatever. Usually my DMs are usually someone is not happy about something happening. Someone said something, meme, whatever. They asking to get in the King's chat, or they need help with set up their Discord, which is like I'm not doing it for free. Just so you know, if you need help with Discord and setting up Discord, do not DM me. I'm not gonna help you.
Yeah, I mean, I totally
Welcome,
understand.
Metal Injection.
Yeah, Metal Injection, thanks for the membership. We do appreciate that. Big W. And King Yummy has anything with the ice cream, Quokka. Before he's spamming the chat more with that ice cream thing, he asked me what is your favorite ice cream and why you are spying on him when he's eating ice cream. Can you light up for him the situation?
Because I'm creepy like that. I like watching people eating ice creams. That's just my thing.
But I mean, the thing is what I kind of, and it was kind of like, Wahid and me had the idea who we take as next special guest. And we have a long list of people we want to have as special guests in the Yapcast, but we thought first bring in another girl and have a have a Yapcast here with three girls. Just how do you say that? It's just a girls talk and also be a little bit. I mean this perspective from a Discord moderator is very different than a player see it because they go in and they expect that everything is perfectly handled for them. So I can totally understand that maybe, and that I thought it is a good idea to bring it up and take Quokka here. She can say how is her experience, how is she running the staff, and give us a little bit more insights about that. So
Thanks for having us here.
yeah, I think let me check the chat if we have some guys. If you have some more questions, how long are we already on stream? We had so many to talk. We already had 40 minutes, but I think it's fine because I feel like so if you have any wishes for the as a moderator perspective for our Call of Dragons general chat or Discord, what would that be? Quokka?
I really wish people could resolve their discussions and arguments like a normal human beings without going personal or insulting people. That's just so easy not to strip to the level of 4-year-old and just calling people names when you're not liking something. They just common sense, but unfortunately we don't have it. As well as if you have argument, just take it please somewhere else. We don't need to see your dirty laundry publicly. We don't care. Just take it in DMs, in your servers, in your alliance servers, whatever. Just just go away. Respectfully, of course.
Absolutely, I think that is a good point. But you can kind of like, and I thought like this little insights clarifies maybe a little bit more how the mod team is kind of acting. And I know a lot of people watching the Yapcast also in review because they will probably be super interested what you have to say or something. And I think you can also after the live stream put some questions in the comment section or something like that, and we can always ask Quokka. And she's really transparent with everything, but she's also yeah, a human person doing her best. And it is not like we had it. Maybe we can ask that question too. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it, but some people said they are paid so good as a moderator on a gaming Discord. Do you want to say something about that? Because we were joking about that earlier a little bit.
Yeah, so if people are curious, we are not getting paid the real money. We are getting paid codes for in-games goods. It's like 6 game gems, some speed ups, some keys, something else. I don't remember already. So me personally, I'm giving my codes to MFD and Abda. Whoever Abda deemed to be worthy of the code, that person is getting it. So I'm not getting paid at all. I'm just doing it because I can. It's a good time killer. It's a good time filler. So if I need my distraction from my work, my real life, I'm going on Discord and moderating. And for me personally, it's been so much easier to moderate while I took myself out of community. I left all the Discords. I'm not communicated with anyone from the game outside of Abda, obviously, personally, and it just make my work easier. I don't have any personal attachments to any of people who yapping, and I can treat everyone pretty much equally.
Yeah, and I think we can also say, I mean, that is that is even more even more respect now after you quit the game. So you get kind of like only in-game rewards and that you give away to others, so you do it really in your free time. And I think people should appreciate, because I think it is really rough to find Discord moderators, people who have even the time to do that, because if you are playing the game, and who knows who are playing Call of Dragons, it is super competitive, so it kind of takes a lot of your time as well. Then additional being a moderator is kind of crazy. So even more respect if we have people doing that and without getting paid for it, just getting some in-game goodies. And that should always be in the mind of the people as well. I mean, so here are some questions as well in the chat. Morning Kay, welcome here. Normal human beings do argue like that through the world has gone crazy, is Lucia saying. I have a question for Quokka. What is her strategy for being, what is that, the first person in most hated person in Boss Nasty's survey?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah, she wanted to get that.
You want to get that, Quokka? I missed that
I
part.
really wanted to, but Bian, he messed it up for me. So when there was a period like 2 months ago when people were hating on me so much, that was my best chance to get the first while it was still warm, because people will forget everything and people will forget why they were mad at me. So now, since I also removed myself from the community, people forgetting, and I will never get the first place ever now, just because there's Dogs, there are Jasons, and everyone else who will definitely get first.
I mean, that is kind of funny, but you are right, and I think that is also what people sometimes forget in that Call of Dragons stuff like that. Yeah, there's always a new drama. There's always something new coming up. So but it's funny that, but it's really she talks like what is that? I do not know if I say that correctly. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's a good. Sometimes I do not know if English stuff is mean good or bad, and then I better don't read it. So I just
He
say,
said Baby Girl Boss is, you know, the
yeah.
cartoon
That
Baby
one.
Boss.
Yes. Okay, then it's not
That's what he meant. It's not bad. I hope.
our girls boss here in the card Discord. Hi Toby, welcome to the stream as well. So do you have some more questions, guys, to Quokka? You can still ask in the chat. I mean, Wahid, do you have maybe any questions still on what you think you want to ask?
Oh, I mean, just that I think that there's a lot that goes into this, and that it's a lot more complicated than, people think it is, especially, after hearing just all the different measures you have to take, and then what you have to keep in mind, and then trying to stay neutral when maybe you know the background to something that makes you less neutral. So, I completely get that.
I mean, I say that always as a content creator as well. Am I 100% neutral? For sure not. I'm playing in an alliance and I have my friends. And the question is it a job to be 100% neutral, or can you just be a person like you are? Like you are, should I just kind of like go in another position and play another role? I want to just be me when I do content creation, and I want to have my opinion, and I can have my friends, and it's also totally fine if people dislike it or anything. But that is, I think, super important to know that people are humans, people making mistakes, and our mods are also not perfect, but they're putting so much effort and time in it. So I feel like the minimum we can do is really give them the respect for that, and kind of accept maybe sometimes when it feels unfair, that I think Quokka, you're also open that people can talk to you, right? When there is any issue.
Of course.
Because I had a feeling that whenever we DM'd about something, you were always answering, you always took your time. So yeah. NTS is getting smoked by Rage on the other side. Yeah, we are watching the KVK soon. I just wanted to make sure that we have everything here covered and you guys asked all your questions. So Quokka, thank you very much that you joined our Yapcast today. It was a pleasure to have you here. It was really cool.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, it was so nice that you were here. Maybe we do one time in half a year or another year, second round, and say what did improved.
We'll see. We'll see if I'll still be here.
We hope so. I mean, that is so time consuming. You need to find people who are able to have that time and be ready to invest it and help out the community. So
That's true. That's true.
okay, one more question when you're asking Quokka, who is your favorite player? That's probably
Abda
easy.
is my favorite player. That's not even a question.
And why is he your favorite player? When did you met Abda?
Like personally?
Yeah, or I mean in game, in game the first time. How long do you know each other?
Oh, okay. So we met on his Discord server. It was Octagon, whatever, because that's where we all went, like year and a half ago or 2 years ago, to Yap without mods being moderators. Even me. I mean, I also like to be toxic. I also like to yap random stuff. I just don't do it. Trying at least not to do it in Call of Dragon Discord. So if I want to be toxic, I used to go in other servers to do so, right? So that's where we basically originally met. And how we started talking is that he invited me to join MFD.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's a really long story, but it is sure that he's your favorite player. I mean, that is, I kind of,
Cute.
that is really cute. It is really cute.
I mean, besides my bias, obviously, to Abda, but also he is the genius strategist. Like he can think ahead in long terms. He can think of how to build the strategy the way that will just, how he says it, shit on people and other alliances. And he is really great in game overall. Also, I promised to do this, so I'm sorry. My also second favorite player in game is Boo. I promised him I'll say that.
I will say that. Okay, that's cute. I mean, Boo is for sure a character, and I feel like Boo has to come back at some point because I think like he's so super funny. And so we have here Vital Chess saying Quokka toxic in King's chat. Dr. Evil saying Quokka is really nice, even though she took a name from animals throwing their babies to predators.
That's true.
So, okay, and here we see a little bit the ghost train of NTS and Rage. Here some fightings over that is where White and me now go a little bit over. ChatGPT is heartbroken because Quokka is taken.
I'm so sorry.
Vital saying meme. Yeah, ChatGPT, sorry. Yeah, she's happily taken, I see here. And yeah, it was really a pleasure to have you here. So yes, big thanks, guys. To Quokka joining us here. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a great day. And yeah, hopefully we get you one time again as special guest. That would be cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
ChatGPT, it's okay. Good. So let's look here a little bit at the situation. I mean, guys, it was really cool. I think hearing a little bit the insights from the Discord mod. Do you have a little summary for yourself, right, of that, of our kind of talks? You were listening a lot, so you can maybe give your opinion at the end as well.
I mean, I definitely say that there's a lot that goes into it. I think that it's hard to balance it when it comes to like keeping everyone happy, but then also making sure it's an environment that people feel, that's enjoyable versus just every time you come there, it's like, oh my God, people are just being toxic to me. Yeah, I think it's probably a very difficult balancing act.
I do fully agree on that. I think on that point is really, I think like people sometimes don't know what is behind, I see that as a content creator. People sometimes think content creation is super easy, make a YouTube channel and done. It is not so easy. But you never know it before you really tried it out by yourself. I didn't know that before as well, but there's all behind. And I think that is with new work sometimes as well. We hear about that job or that job, and then we really get the job and we do it, and then we see, oh, okay, this includes this task and this task and this task. So much more behind. Like Quokka also saying, when the people saying the mod are doing nothing, they have a lot of jobs beside which they are doing. So keep that maybe in mind. And I think it was cool to clarification, seeing the rules, how they, but I agree with you. If someone types in caps, especially the rule with the 20 messages with argument, so kind of like the not obvious points, yeah, right? Who to ban or something like that. That is kind of difficult to make. Really difficult.
For sure.
Okay, so let's look a little bit at the map. So we have here, so the zone 2s we have on our KVK right now. I can definitely say we have here, I mean, it is getting spicy here soon when the big fights are starting. We have now Rage here building on the side, and Rage is our allies. And then we have NTS on the other side. And NTS did some pushes earlier, kind of to probably delay Rage or something like that. But soon they will here touch the territory. So then the party is going on. Let's look at the Echo side. And I feel like we have to do a little bit a poll about the two sides, who will win them. What we think about. I mean, WB, I think, had a little bit the advantage that Echo had 3 Roots of War leagues at 15 UTC. So they had about 90 people or something like that in the Roots of War league. And WB here already, I saw with their farm shells coming in, here preparing everything. And I saw Echo a little bit long marching as well. But from the map, it looks for me like WB has a little bit of advantage, right? When we look at the map here, they took already the Spire.
Yep.
So what do you think?
It's looking good for us.
Yeah, because WB are our allies as well. So WB, yeah. So, and since we are in the middle starting region position, and I think the same is for 25 IW, and there is not a real zone 2 fight we had. Dr. Evil saying we had ours at 15 UTC2, the Roots of War League. Did you win it? So which one we want to watch over here?
It makes it so hard with League now, because you have League and then you're also trying to balance your pass opening.
Yes.
And yeah, that's complicated.
I feel like it should not be this way. I feel like it should not be this way, that it kind of can influence a KVK a lot, especially if you have multiple teams in it, like the most big teams have. So it's kind of a little bit, because I mean, we remember earlier when there was a KVK, which was really, really a close fight or something like that. Normally it was decided that you don't even enter Roots of War, or maybe you go in 2 minutes, get 10k points, go out, and then you focus the KVK again.
Yeah.
That was normally the priorities.
And now with League and everything, it's a total different animal.
So here are questions coming. So Dr. Evil is saying, yeah, kind of close match. We enter top 32 now. I mean, cool. That is great effort. Do you guys think Echo's reputation is tainted? What does tainted mean by it?
Like, it's bad. I think so. I mean, I think their reputation is terrible.
Do you think?
Yeah. I mean, because you have, not only do you have Sod, who's now got the short on dollars scandal, but then you have the members who are like, and I don't know if you've seen Princess, but the members who are sitting there saying weird things, very weird things.
I mean, the world chat, yes, but I feel like they are. I mean, I do agree. We had that already earlier, that they sometimes kind of a little bit over the line, especially when it go into personal attacks and stuff like this. But I feel like others alliances have some of them in world chat as well, But there is a kind of, they have some people which have a very high, how do you say that, a high level probably of toxicity or something like that.
Yeah.
But it is not a whole alliance. I think that's why I don't think the reputation is so bad about Echo. I feel like Echo is the top 1 team in the game. It is the alliance with the most Krakens. They are very they are known for that they are bringing the activity on the field as well, that they have just the resource healing opportunities, and And scandals, in my opinion, can have two effects. We don't know that yet. It can either kind of, yeah, it depends what the minds are from the players who are in the team. If they say, okay, we go with the scandal, we don't like it, we believe that, or they say, okay, we go with the other view, and it just makes us stronger as a team. You know, it could always be the case. We don't know that yet.
Yeah, and I think the people in Echo are, happy there. I don't think that they mind the stuff going on. I think it's just, from an outsider's perspective, it's a little different.
Yeah, and I think we are kind of, since we are, I mean, it is not a secret that Echo and EIS are one of the main enemies, and are not so friendly with each other. There is a reason why they don't ally on a KVK. So that is for sure. That's how we see that. And I mean, there are some people I don't want to be associated with. Is that the correct wording?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like, I would see it this way, but that is just my personal opinion. But I still think when you're kind of like an alliance with a lot of dragons, will that not always attract some players to join? You know what I mean? No matter what.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's some people who are just going to say, oh, I don't care about their behavior. I just want to be in the top team and get the top rewards and all that.
So yeah, and I mean, now they have at least here a pretty cool fight against WB. I mean, oh, Citadel. Oh. Thank you so much. Oh, I have fast here to kill anything. It is always so hard doing that Citadel stuff. You have to at least hit one person or anything. I think you don't even have to destroy anymore. Does anyone? But I need that neon. I really need that neon a lot. So we have to do that. I did not buy all packs like Rahi did. She just bought all packs, so she's probably very fine. But let me. So now we have to destroy it.
ChatGPT says they became toxic, not gonna lie, compared to when they were starting out. I loved when we were starting out. I mean, I've been in Echo since I was in Echo since day one. And I mean, starting out was so cool. It was like everyone kind of had that same mentality of let's just have fun, let's just fight. And it was just the mentality changed a little bit, but I think that, kind of that let's just have fun mentality was cool.
So I mean, you know them best. I have never played there. That's why for me, they're kind of like how the organization structures and everything is. But they have, I think, 3 teams still in Roots of War, which is a good indication. Kek saying they became toxic with Genesis John. Just kidding. that is our season 1 buddy, Kex and me and Genesis, and he's an Echo, and we're just. But there's the point. You can still be friends with a person playing an alliance. You may be not so happy about the alliance, but you can still have some people there you like. That is what I'm always saying. It is not including all people, and you have probably the best experience from having the insights how the alliance is organized and everything.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. It's been I was there for quite a while, and then seeing it kind of morph from what it began and then to what it was when I left. I mean, you go through a lot of changes, and we never thought that we'd be the top alliance, and that was never what we were looking to do. So that was definitely a surprise.
Okay, so what was the original plan of Echo?
Well, the original plan was like, we're just gonna go out and be like mercenaries and just like go and fight and like not care about anything else. And then obviously it became more organized, and then people started really seeing us as like, wow, look at all these recruits, like this is gonna be a serious alliance. And then that mentality kind of shifted a little bit. But yeah, in the very beginning, before it was a thing, it was really like, let's just go be mercenaries. Let's just fight and have fun. Let's not worry about this ally stuff or anything else. So yeah, it definitely was interesting.
I mean, history-wise, we have to say EIS and Echo were super besties in the game. It was EIC, Eminence, and Chaos, whatever. They had some good times as well. So, oh my God, look at that infantry line here.
Fun.
Yeah, we had some good fun there as well. And at the end of the day, and that is what we can maybe say to that earlier, it's not like that, oh my God, what is happening with my game? Cannot take the amount of infantry of rage here. I'm excited.
Look at that.
Oh, NTS is coming. So we have NTS coming here. I mean, NTS is really They did a lot of pushes today. They really how do you say that? Not in a bad way, kind of like in an aggressive way is the wrong way. Aggressive has a bad meaning, but kind of like, when you always alliance who pushes, how would you describe that?
Yeah, I mean, the
Aggressive?
aggressor for
Yeah.
sure.
So they are going all in long march, and they I think they long marched when I remember correctly from earlier that they long marched already when pass open and stuff. I think it's the multiple times they did it already. ChatGPT asking, do you think Echo will become Noir 2.0 in about 4 to 2 KVKs from now? What is your opinion about it?
I think so. I think that they're probably going to hit a point where, different people in leadership are going to think differently on what. I mean, we already saw that happen with Bunny, right? You have some leadership who are saying this is too toxic, we don't want to deal with this. And then you have other leadership who are saying let's just let it go. So I think that, kind of that internal struggle it could happen. I don't think there's going to be a peak situation. I don't think it's going to like end up like that, but I think that, there could be some internal drama. And then, I mean, you always see that with top alliances though. Top alliances all have that point where there's some kind of internal drama that just explodes them.
Yes, but I feel like at first it is very rough. 4 to 10 KVKs from now, I mean, no one ever kind of can say what will be in 10 KVKs. Not even I'm knowing what is going on in my life in 10 KVKs. I mean, that is a hard estimating time.
Yeah, saying after this season,
Jay
he
saying,
thinks that
yeah.
they'll have issues.
I mean, I kind of have a little bit of different opinion. I think, and I especially don't think will be the same reason like Noir, because Noir, in my opinion, they did Noir was such a good alliance. They were so well prepared, but I feel like Noir did. They did the KVKs they took, the allies they made. That was kind of crazy overpowering. When you're so strong and you always pick strong allies, that is kind of for sure every Wailing Kraken got really bored. I think Echo, they had some like, I mean, when they allied against us with the season with BTX, I mean, they had definitely strong allies and stuff like that. But they had also some other KVKs where they took a 2 versus 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and they had a point where they were just, going along with what I mean, I remember when I was in TFS, I was talking to Satoru and I was said, what do you want to do? Or I said, reached out to him about Diplo and everything like that on behalf of Jason. And Satoru was just like, well, Jason, just tell us where he wants us to drop. And we were enemies, and he was still like, just tell it, just, I'll do whatever you guys want to do. So, I mean, I think that, that personality was a little different too.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's two different parts, and I think like the Noir team, it was really the people got so bored and they didn't see there was not even one KVK. I think that the best KVK they had was probably that NAP KVK against us with Noir TFS against EIS, and after it was just getting more boring and more boring. And yeah, we had that stuff with Satoru also coming up where there was a little scandal out there. But I think at the end, it was just people were so bored. So that is kind of what you have always to keep in mind also, that you have to make sure that I see that by myself. I mean, I had always in EIS, we were super lucky. We had a lot of rough KVKs where we really fight it zone 2 till the end. And some KVKs of that we didn't win, but we had a lot of fun fighting. So, and then we had some which were just either in I think like the 2 seasons ago when it was against Echo and BTX, it was just a power gap kind of too big to kind of have a kind of equal balanced long-term fighting. And then the allies in zone 3, I mean, that was clearly that we won't survive a 1 versus 3 at the end when all 3 enemies come in your zone. So that is kind of boring as well at that point. And then we had the one against NA. I think it had some decent fighting, but it was not super challenging. And I personally like the challenging. I'm super looking forward here to the final zone. I mean, here's also, you have sometimes people are saying, yeah, now you're sitting there in your zone and you have no fight in zone 2. Yes, we do, but it's sometimes the ally position. I mean, in the last SOS4 we fighted, we had a good starting region. We fighted WB from the beginning. And TFS had a sandwich position, and they had to wait till the final zone and zone 3 invading. So this is kind of like the game sometimes is. You cannot really So much to do about that. But I mean, NTS numbers here, look at this.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's start with a little poll over here. We need a little poll over here. We start with this. We start with this zone. Who will win zone 2? Let's see what the people say here. Will it be Rage or will it be NTS? Let's see what the card community who is in our Yapcast thinks. Oh my God, look at this, all the lines. Look at these numbers. Final zone, it will crash, guys. Final zone, it will crash. Okay, so we have here
I can't imagine.
NTS, typical playstyle. That is what NTS is famous for and what they are really good in. They play in the murder ball strategy, and then we have here Rage completely spread up. And NTS is so good organized in that playstyle. I think that is really, it is kind of crazy. They are in voice comms, and let's see if the game can take it.
Organized together.
I have it in simple mode, but I have no clue if that is. And I can't wait for the lag in the final zone. If all the 6 alliances, this is kind of like. So we have here, let me read up a little bit, chat. The devs should ban all the meme power kingdoms on Discord till they PvP in game rather than on Discord. I mean, interesting.
Interesting way to go.
Why does Peep think that Discord PvP is equivalent to actual KVP? I do not understand that either. That's why you not see me talking much there. I'm not so a fan of that kind of like keyboard warrior. I like it more on the field as well. Yeah, Noir saying, wow, what is that? I mean, that is really, I think that is the biggest KVK in history. Power-wise, the servers we have on this KVK is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, even just look at this. This is crazy.
It is. So NTS is very underrated. I know firsthand how powerful. Okay. I mean, I mean,
that's always the debate, right?
Yes.
Like, do they or do they not partake in that?
So, I mean, that is always, I do not like that people, because, so here's my experience with NTS, and I can tell about it because I was allied with them a whole season. So I feel like kind of just saying that without having kind of the correct evidence is kind of like wild, and I do not like that people always say that over and over again, because when you're allied with NTS, you know, at least with the voice chats and how they are organized, and they have all the people in voice chats. They are really coordinated. They have that kind of teams, gamma, beta. You see them here, alpha. They have sometimes they play it with different war leads. Sometimes they play it all together. And they have a very high, I would call it discipline in NTS. So you're really disciplined. You have to join that voice chats. You have to listen what other commands are. So it's kind of like when you are, for example, you're told to die and you fight till you die, then you have to do that and cannot recall or something like that. And I feel like they are super organized, and that's why I think they are so successful. That is and they have this Mark and the other leadership. They have a lot of good people in the leadership, which just play such kind of war games since many, many years. So this is what I say about NTS.
Well, and I heard rumors that they actually went with like COD staff or something and showed them like, hey, nothing weird's happening. Like that they literally streamed like video to the staff to show them that like there's nothing weird going on. I mean, I don't know if it's like totally true, but I heard that happened.
Yes, and I can confirm that because in the KVK with us, they are really streaming on Twitch, and they are saying they have nothing to hide, and they literally showed it. So I don't know why people make that up over and over again. Okay,
they have like a whole interview process too. Like to get into NTS, you have to like interview like 4 people, and like it's like a panel interview. I mean, it's like they are very strict about who they let in. They make sure they let in the people with the personality that they want in terms of like that disciplined approach to war.
Oh my God, game is loading so poorly.
Murda says, meanwhile, oh, hey, Tinsy.
Oh, Tinsy, yeah. Look what Murda is saying. It's funny. You can read.
Murda says, meanwhile, Dark will say, hold your ground, and Tinsy's kiting to Z1.
Oh my God, that's funny. The only way for the devs to know who is using multi-box, multi-command setups. I mean, the thing is, It is as I got it, it is not forbidden that you play kind of multiple accounts and stuff like that. It is just not allowed that you use the software and stuff. We had that also.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like Tinsy, I would never fit in NTS. I talk too much. I mean, and NTS, what I really respect them also for, they always stay out all of the drama. They are not talking in will chat. They are barely speaking up when there's drama upcoming. They just kind of take a step back. So that sometimes, if more alliances would kind of take that one, maybe.
Yeah, but then we have the drama.
Yeah,
I love
this
the
is also true.
drama.
So I think a little bit drama is cool, and when it's related to game stuff, and when we are battling each other, when they talk about the KVK and this is good or this is good or whatever, and people can just kind of yeah, how would I say, and people can just kind of talk about the game stuff and banter at each other that way. Then the drama and everything is funny. When it's going too far, then it's kind of like too much for me.
Saying people can stream from different screens. It only takes one controller to run tens, if not thousands, depending on your network and PC setup. See, I have no idea. Like, if you guys start talking to me about PCs and software, and like, I don't know. I don't know how it even works. I couldn't do it even if I wanted to.
Absolutely same for me. Even if I want to, I would not even. Or when they're saying about that software, first I don't know a software. Second, I would probably totally mess up my whole PC with installing it or whatever. It is just, I mean, so I can really, I do not know how such software and stuff like that works, and it is kind of like what I'm saying is. When you work with an alliance as allies, I think you can really clear say how they are organized and how they act, and that is kind of
Wow,
something.
look at that ghost train.
Yeah, the ghost train is big.
Holy moly.
Look at that.
Or
Yeah.
Rage, jeez.
Yeah, Rage is I mean, NTS, that is, I think that how many times was that today like this? I think there was a lot of times NTS pushed and Rage kind of pushed back, but the good part is coming soon when that is all, when they are touching here the territory. Let's look over here. Is Echo doing some pushes as well, or is it quiet over here on WB side? We have here some, did WB do a push? Yeah, that looks like here WB got kind of sent home. I mean, you always get sent home when you are the alliance who is doing the long marches and pushing, right? That is always what's happening. So, but let's see here. I mean, is Echo anywhere gathered? Because that doesn't look so high numbers yet, but maybe they're just waiting till they are a little bit closer. So I'm saying, I'm talking about setups that repeat single commands across multiple accounts using and even there, I'm totally out of, because I cannot understand how that stuff works. I mean, it might be possible. I'm not a IT specialist, so I can really not say how this stuff is working here. Making it sound complicated, basically your mouse is just, what is that word, Vahe? Do you know what that word is?
Copied. Like copied.
Okay. So it maybe
your mouse just copied on multiple accounts.
But I heard that so often. I mean, I played in the NEP season against TFS and Noir. EIS, I think we got 20 of our members got banned for that multitasking stuff or something like that out of nowhere. And I was with that people in the VC, and I knew they were playing their account, and there was no multi-boxing. I knew it for a fact, and people accused us for that. And we had players, they even get banned for a day or two. And there was no real evidence, and I could tell that we were in the voice chat, we were playing together, that it's definitely not. So that is at that point, and because I had that experience that we got accused of it, and I know that we didn't do it. That's why I'm really careful about it to say something is doing that or that. I would never, as long as I don't have a 100% proof where I can see it or whatever. That's rough, you know. If you get a proof and someone is proofing all that IT stuff, I mean, then it's something different.
Yeah, even guns got banned. I remember that.
Yeah, guns got banned in that KVK as well. Exactly.
Yeah. Kolek and Reaver got banned 3 days for multi-backs when playing on mobile.
Yeah, they played on that. Exactly. Colleague is playing on the phone, you know?
Maybe they just want to get rid of Kolek. They're probably like, we've had enough of him. Let's just use this excuse.
Vex saying murder trying to simplify and uses complicated words. Exactly. Oh. So this is so I mean we can maybe drop that topic real quick because ChatGPT already asked it 3 times and I'm not a fan of ignoring comments. I will keep my comment short, but I maybe let Wahid answer first. The Boss Nasty video reaction.
Oh my god. So I like watched for like maybe 5 minutes in the beginning, and it was like playing like our voices and then talking about the tone of our voices and like, well, the tone of their voice was like, I'm like, what are you talking? And then different English words, and then there was one where it was like the question mark in the title. There wasn't a question mark, then there became a question mark. Like I didn't see any proof or anything from Saad. There's no comment or anything like that. It was very much like a clickbait video.
So that is what I heard too. And I I decided I just heard it from some EIS members and they told me, and I think there's enough to say. I mean, I think we said it earlier with Quokka. People are humans, they are doing their best, and we are here to have our own opinions. And we can maybe say for Wahid and me what we got from Northern and Southern Light and from Bunny as evidences, and also what we could show. This is what we showed. We here in a Yapcast. That is what we still can say about this. If some other people kind of needs to use that, in my opinion, not the best way to just clickbait and whatever, use some weird stuff. And going on that, and they can do that. That is free to them. That would never be my way. I would choose, and that's why I'm not talking bad about him as well. That is just not. In Germany we have a saying, jedem das seine, and I heard that it is kind of like the you do you in English. So I leave that to Boss Nasty and wish him the best luck. He can gladly make 3 more videos of that. You have anything to add, Wahid?
Sums it up. I mean,
and then maybe we have that tone or whatever. It's sometimes
oh
you're
my
just
god.
late recording a video. Sometimes your tone is like this. Sometimes my voice is, even when I talk the whole voice in work and then YouTube as well, it's just totally down. So it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, interpretate how people mean something with voice or why they did this or this. We can maybe clearly say that Boss Nasty didn't reach out to Wahid or me either. He didn't even ask us anything. So he just went to assuming, and we'll leave it to him. He is free having his opinion. That is what we can say to that. But I mean, here Echo okay, guys, you have maybe watched, because I have watched a lot of that NTS pushes. It looks like Echo is gathering up here now.
Look at all those calves.
Yeah. I mean, that is the Echo's. I think Echo has the strong, but a lot of people kind of invested now in calves as well. I think Echo was a long time the really powerful calves players, and then when the calves got buffed, they kind of profited it because they all invested in that calves. And then they had that big groups, but I think a lot of other alliances are really kind of how do you say that, when you can keep up with others, kind of invested as well and try to get.
Yeah.
So let's see if they make one more push, guys. Don't forget to drop a vote over here if you think Rage or NTS will win the zone. We keep that a little bit up, and we look later then at the Echo WB zone. But I mean, WB has since the zone started crazy numbers here. And I fight at WB with their farms and everything. They are ready. The question is, WB also has a downtime. So this is something.
Yeah, and that's what's going to come down to. I mean, activity is going to be so huge here.
And that's what we have to see with NTS also. NTS has also a little bit of downtime, but they open field. I mean, NTS is, in my opinion, open field, one of the top teams. And But I feel like Rage, after the merge of BDO and SSG to Rage here, they got a super strong team. I think they have the more resource healing possibilities in Rage. It's just a feeling. I cannot say if it's true, but it's just from my perspective. I do not know how you see it, Wahid.
No, I mean it's tricky. I think it's gonna be interesting, this one. And even so far our poll is almost split. I mean,
Oh, true.
this is gonna be a really good one.
This is gonna be a really good one when they meet here. When they meet here in the middle or something, that will be. I mean, I'm just watching a little bit of
I mean,
clock.
that was, when I talked to
When they watching
Duz, like
here.
we were talking the other day, and he was saying like, they're really excited to kind of see how they're gonna match up with NTS, like how they're gonna stand up to them, like what that fight will look like, whether they can
Yeah.
hold their ground or,
I mean, for a KVK like this, I think the zone twos. I mean, they don't decide the final zone. Because in the final zone, Rage and WB get EIS with them, and Echo and NTS get 25 IW with them. So, but it is still for the morale and everything, and to testing a little bit out. I mean, here you have the pure 1 versus 1. That's why I personally like the zone 2 wars sometimes more than the final zones. I think this KVK, the final zone will be good. That is just what I'm kind of expecting. But I normally don't like so much the kind of final zones. Normally the zone 2 fights. I mean, our zone 2 fight we had against WB was one of the best fights I had in the game so far. Tisha saying Quokka already gone. Yes, she's gone, but you can. She was 45 minutes in the interview here, so if you want, you can just listen back. I think it was a really cool interview. Okay, time to close
and
stream.
I think
Drop
I
a
think
like,
what a lot of
Tisha.
people,
Drop a like on the stream, guys, if you enjoy your time with us.
yeah, before you leave.
Rage lost a lot of players to migration. Quokka fanboy, another one. We had a lot of here. So yeah, let's see. But I mean, how many hours does that probably take till the, or is NTS? Oh my God, NTS is really, I mean, I think NTS is pushing the 15th time today. They really take that serious. They're going all in here.
I'd love to see it.
I love to see that as well. I mean, I saw Echo as well, pushing, I think, on the WB side, but I have not watched the whole day, so I cannot confirm the whole day.
Yeah.
Why are they concerned about NTS? Tisha saying Quokka best mod. So Wahid, maybe you can answer, because I think he was referring to what you said.
What do you mean?
He said, why are they concerned about NTS? Rage.
I don't think anyone's concerned. I mean, fighting them, sure.
I think it's not a concern. It's kind of like you have to see. I mean, Rage rebuild from BDO and SSG, or rebuild or merged. It doesn't matter. Kind of have that new stuff, and I think now they have finally. I think NTS is still even if they are maybe. I think Rage has a little power advantage on them, but no, aren't they even close in power? I think they are pretty much the same power, and NTS is an alliance which exists from the beginning on, and they always play together, and everyone know that they are very known for well-organized playing. So, I mean, that is definitely a rough fight you take there against NTS.
I mean, you haven't been battle tested, right? I mean, SSG and BDO, when they merged, I mean, this is really going to be their first big fight.
I think so. I mean, I don't know how they had last season.
I don't think that they had something like this though, like with a team like NTS that is, been around forever, that is known for kind of their coordination. Because when you have a team that just merged together, I mean, that coordination's definitely a big concern. If you're going to have that same level of coordination, since you have new players, essentially 50% new players adapting to leadership styles and war callouts.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different than when it's definitely different when you're going against a team just known for that coordination.
Yeah, I mean that is what Tisha is saying as well, because NTS is known for coordination and fighting above their power, and that is what I think everyone who kind of played against NTS or with or with NTS just yeah, kind of know that. Sure, NTS know how to fight. I recognize their style. Oh, I need help here first, the building, because when we drop the build buff, then they maybe need some help here.
Pretty sure Rage can outlast based on last season, but maybe they lost some players since. I don't know. It's why I'm asking. I don't think they did. I think maybe they lost like a handful, but I don't think they lost a lot. Because when they were fighting against TFS, I mean, that was crazy. That was, and I think that so many players had enjoyed that fight. I don't know that I'm trying to remember during migration, but I really think it was only a handful. I don't think they lost a lot. But
Yeah,
maybe, Princess, you remember.
So what Tisha is referring to NTS also a match. I know that MM and NTS kind of got together, and I think they are the first KVK together as well, if I remember correct. Okay, let me go back the last KVK. They were in a good KVK. So it was TFS. Then I think Rage fought TFS, right?
They did. That was a huge KVK.
Mm-hmm.
That was nonstop.
Rage we will, or well, does he mean well or we will?
He means will.
Will, okay. Rage will never recover. Cow leaving. So we got Cow. I mean, we got some players from Rage as well. Cow, Nikki, etc. So we got some good players from there, definitely. Tisha, serious or memeing? So this is, but look at this here. We have Rage. I do think like Rage NTS will be such a cool close fight to watch. I think this is here a really interesting zone fight, definitely. And I mean, Wahid knows Stars a little bit better. I know Mark a little bit because I played with Mark in the when we had that content creator, when we had test out a new season and stuff like that, and when we were allied. So I feel like I know probably more from NTS than I know from Rage. And I mean, Rage has also KT as the R5. It is KT and they're both in the front line, KT and Das. Maybe the fun part about KT because he was.
Oh my god!
Yeah, how could we forget about it? It's a joke. They will be fine.
How could I forget?
So
apparently KT has a really cool job. I'm not going to say what it is because it's live stream. But in this job, these guys in our alliance.
But is it not official that he has that job? Is it a bad thing? I mean, yeah, no, but it's maybe you're right.
If I say what he does, it's doxing him.
I think he officially communicate that, right? Yeah. But but maybe let's not say it. I do agree with you. We keep the jobs out, yeah. So, but yeah, he has. So go ahead.
Yeah, so we're in a VC and we're sitting in this VC and they start talking about his job.
So it was the EIS VC, to clarify. It was the EIS VC.
Yes, it was EIS VC. And they're talking about his job and like they just keep going on and on and on. And then Princess, what did you say you did in the meantime?
So yeah, it was kind of like, so he has a little bit of special and a cool job, and I can imagine that a lot of men find that job cool and would like to have a similar job. So they were talking about his job over and over again. And then at some point after 10 minutes, I thought like, okay, I got it now, guys. Is there a new topic coming? And then I thought, okay, I will just take a bathroom break and I kind of, how is that called when you mute the Discord that you don't hear it anymore? Deafen. So I deafened, took a bathroom break, and then I thought, okay, let's prepare a snack. So I was away for 20 minutes or something like that, not even listening to Discord. And then I was coming back, and I come back at the voice chat, and I thought, okay, maybe we have a new cool topic. And then I hear saying, colleague, Scylla, what do you say? What is your opinion about KT's job? Isn't that the coolest job in the world? And then Wahid was messaging me.
Interviewing people.
He was interviewing all the people about their opinions, and then Wahid texted me in DMs and said, Princess, I can't believe this is getting boring. This is getting boring. And then
I was like, let's please go somewhere else.
please go
Another voice
And I
chat.
said, and I just typed her back, I feel you. I cannot talk another hour about a job of one person. And he has really a cool job. It might be,
It
yes.
is cool,
But you don't
it's not a
discuss that
2-hour
30 minutes.
discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, they kept going on. Like, we left Discord, we went to another chat. They're still going on about it.
That was kind of incredible. So maybe one time maybe KT is on the list for the special guest. Maybe he join us one time and he kind of decide by himself to talk about that. And then Colleague get all his answers he ever wanted to know.
Is he Wyatt's new boyfriend? He's not my new boyfriend.
Who, Colleague or KT? It means a cool job.
Any of them. None of them are my boyfriend.
Oh my God, guys.
Oh, Vanyo. I mean, it's a cool job. It's something in the gaming world. That's all I'll say. So that's why they're so excited.
So everyone is super excited and super jealous. Everyone wants to have this job. Oh, but it is, as two girls in a chat, you sometimes think, okay, guys, this is now enough of the topic. Let's move on and talk about something else.
Yeah, and I just couldn't believe when when Princess came back in the stream, the exact moment was, Zilla, what do you think about KT's job?
What is your opinion?
What is your opinion on KT's job?
Guess I'll have to ask Colleague for the TT show. Princess won't spill it. No, because we don't just want to not say it here. You can ask him. He will probably talk an hour with you about it and ask your personal opinion. But T-Show is kind of the person who analyzes stuff as well. When you ask T-Show a question about pets, he can really analyze. Maybe you're interested with Colleague. Do another long voice chat about analyzing everything.
Oh my God. Don't give them ideas, please.
Yeah.
And then we're in another voice chat with Dark. And we were telling Dark this story, and he's like, "Oh, KT has a really cool job." I'm like, "Oh my God, now Dark's gonna start."
We wanted to complain about that. The talk was too long, and then Dark starting about it. He did so cool, and he was going into the topic, and we said we didn't ask for the topic again. It's not that
we were just telling you the funny story.
Welcome to our life.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
Yeah, being just a girl in EIS, sometimes it's not so easy. Oh, here
it is not.
So NTS here is going home again. Rage kind of. I mean, we have to admit, Rage here has definitely the shorter refresh and stuff like that. And I mean, respect to NTS, kind of like the 15th push today. They go crazy all in. To be fair, you started talking about, we were just telling Dark that we kind of want sometimes not so long. We wanted to explain him our perspective. Right.
We just want to tell the story. It was so funny. I love when Princess says, like, Zilla, what's your opinion about KT's job? Like, it's such a good story.
Because that's what I came back to. And then I was like, oh my God, I was 20 minutes away. I extra take my time preparing a snack and stuff like that. I brushed. Then after my teas and stuff like that, I got the snack. I took a long time away from laptop and come back, and it's still the same topic. So that was kind of...
So bad. And I'm sitting there the whole time, by the way. I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, we're still going on about this. And then they're debating, like, is he this? Is he that? Does it pay well? How much time does he spend? Like, all these questions. And I was like, oh my God, I'm ready just to drag KT into this VC.
To answer it and make it... answer the questions that they finally stopped. They were so excited. And after they had talked about every possible detail, they were asking about each other's opinions. Oh, that was really killing us.
Oh, it was so funny.
Sometimes
where was Dark? Maybe he was sleeping or something. That was funny.
So we have already a rough time dealing with all that. Our Soul Mask crew playing Soul Mask the whole time. That is boring enough. So here we have a little.
Oh my God! Every time I go into that chat, it's Soul Mask, and it's so funny because I'll go in there, and then Dark was like, "What'd he say?" He's like, "Wyatt, guess what? I got a moose." And he's streaming his moose to show me his. Yeah. He's live streaming his moose. He can show me his moose.
I was dying laughing when he told Wyatt, I have to show you. I just got or killed a moose, whatever. And he was showing live on a stream this moose. And I was like, who cares?
I know Princess is like, oh my god. The moose was very cool looking, I'll admit it, but
Yeah,
it was
you
really
just admit
funny.
it
It was
because you
cute.
want. I don't know. I think you just say that
Dark
to
gets
being
so
nice.
excited about that. Like,
I
I
know.
love how excited Dark gets about things. Like, I do really enjoy that.
I mean, we talked about that, right? I mean, we had that week different topics, and I mean, the difference between Wahrheit and me is she always tried to stay nice, and I'm that kind of person. I cannot hold it back. I will be honest. So if I dislike something or don't like it, I say it. I can't hold that back. And then both have advantages and disadvantages, you know? It's kind of like, but Wahid's always tried, and I think that was just kind of situation you try to stay nice and said, oh, yes, that's a cool moose. Looks cool.
It's a cool moose.
Come on.
I did know.
How would you
I
care
did
about a
like
moose?
it. And I liked
Why?
how excited he was for the moose. Like,
Yeah,
it was really
no.
sweet.
Yeah. But in which world you would care about a moose in Soul Mask? Be honest.
No, it was a very nice moose. Dark, if you're listening, I really love the moose.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Me
a
too.
great moose.
Just work. Oh, oh. I mean, I think we had it yesterday, and we had it about leaders and stuff like that. And then I think Murder said it, and he said, if if she would not like her R5, she would tell because she did in the past, and I really did it sometimes. I mean, really not holding back. I'm very honest.
Yeah,
But
you are. Like, Princess just has to say, like, what she thinks about something. Like, she's not someone who will hold back. So you always know she's
yes.
telling you the truth, which I appreciate. I like people like that.
But sometimes it comes, I'm also sometimes super directly, or sometimes, you know, when I'm very stressed at work all day and stuff like that. And then I sometimes don't
Yeah.
have the, then I maybe don't address it so perfectly how I should, that it's kind of like emotional way and good, and that the other person don't understand it wrong or something like that. So that is sometimes for me a problem as well. And then I have the language barrier, and then I kind of like, that the sentence grammar in German and in English is different, so things can come over wrong. And that is sometimes for me really, really tricky. That it does not come over bad or wrong or sometimes like that. But if someone gets it wrong, or sometimes I also take care and kind of talk to the person, and I also do apologize if something comes not over the way. But I think it's always I normally don't have a bad opinion. And I don't hate much people, so that it's not. It is really a few rare people I would say I would really dislike in this game. So I have not really, for me, just wasted time to. But I'm directly
Chat
saying
is
you
all
my
about the
opinion. That
moose.
is definitely happening. That is
Yeah, you
definitely
do. And
happening.
they're all going on about the moose now in chat. Oh, hey, Mr. Sneaky.
Mr. Sneaky Gaming in the house, our old previous COD content creator. Now he's a little bit more into a lot of other games, so make sure to check it out. Hi, Fenrir, welcome as well.
Hey, Fenrir.
So Sneaky saying, but yeah, but German sounds so amazing when you guys explain anything. Yeah, it's horrible.
They have some crazy words. They just like, so for, you know how like in America when you're just like talking about someone's hair, you'll call it dirty blonde. You know, like the color where it's like a little darker than blonde. You know what they call it in Germany? They call it stray dog blonde.
I can say it.
Do they
Let me say it in German. Straßenköter blond.
Schwarzenegger? It's a stray dog, and that's what they call their hair, like
Yes.
that dirty blonde hair. It is crazy.
So if you have the dark blonde, which is not brown hair already, but it is kind of going the direction, then we call that Straßenköter blonde. And we were explaining that to White, and she was dying laughing in the chat.
Stray, you have so many stray dogs that is a color.
No, I think it's just kind of like, it's kind of a saying, or the saying is wrong as well. It's kind of like we call it. It's very common. You could ask every German, I tell you, what a Straßenköter blond is, and they could understand it.
So funny.
But in the direct translation, it probably fails.
Yeah.
So, for example, what I have always, I mean, I will never forget when I was new in EIS and I wanted to tell Dark that he was, you know, when you are a person who is recruiting and you really take that serious and you kind of ask multiple times, explain everything. So you are really pushing for recruitment, you kind of re-ask the people, have you made up your mind and stuff like that. And I wanted to make him a compliment about his recruiting. And then I say, yeah, Doug is a very offensive recruiter, because in German, when you are kind of like doing something and you do it offensiv, what is the German word? It means like you're doing it in a very good way and in a good way that you push things forward and you're very successful. But in English, offensive means kind of aggressive, and that you kind of like,
That means bad.
it's
like you
very
attack
bad, yeah.
someone.
And Dark is he still is kind of try to pick on me with that, because Princess called me offensive, and it was, and this is, and so you come into struggles. You think, okay, offensive makes sense, right? It kind of sounds very
Yeah.
similar, but it's obviously not the same meaning. So
Yeah, that's true, Murda. Offensive also means like aggressive, kind of like
oh, look
being
at
on
this.
the offense versus defense.
This is 1 year I get slaughtered in EIS for that I said that, and now the first time someone is coming out and saying me that has two meanings. Thanks, Murder. For a year not telling me, and to the whole other community as well. Left me in the dark.
Terrible.
So this is sometimes what is happening with language issues as well. So this is yes. Okay, I think NTS, I mean, that still takes up. The problem is, guys, we have Roots of War League at 19 UTC. So,
Murda says you just don't like when I teach you English.
yeah, it's super exhausting when he does that. Takes so long, and then he start explaining me in 5 other sentences with using 5 more vocabulary I don't know, and then I'm checking out.
Poor Murda. He tries.
Yeah, he's trying, but I'm really saying simple English sometimes. And then and sometimes I get so impatient, and I said, when you explain me, please, in German. It's coming when I'm... To be fair, Murder, that's just the German thing.
Oh no, they always say that whenever like Murda and I don't understand something, Vanya or Princess will be like, it's just a German thing. It must be a German thing.
It must be a German thing, or it
For
must be an
everything.
American thing. Or we say the other way, when we don't understand what you're doing, you and Murder, then we say it's just an American thing. Or mostly I say this, but Vanya sometimes agrees. It must be an American thing. Well, in English, you have offense, which is the word that the same meaning. Then offensive can have the different term. Yeah, and this was the issue, So I was there new and calling my R5, wanted to make him a compliment, and was telling him basically he's aggressive or something with that bad meaning.
Offensive recruiter.
Yeah, Murders, yeah, it can happen as well. You can play defensive, which playing super protective, but you can be defensive personally when defending yourself. You see, and all that double meanings there I'm checking out. So this is why you can always take me not completely literally what I'm saying. You can ask me for my interpretation. I'm the happiest to explain it. Yeah, some other people love to interpret. I would really appreciate if people ask, then I can sometimes just explain stuff and it makes life easier. So we can I think we can close this vote and then go a little bit and look here in the echo KVK. Is there is echo pushing? So here for me, it looks like, when we look like building wise, I mean, echo looks a little, how many flags are they? Is echo behind in building? I mean, it looks like they have a little bit of longer way here over here. I mean, is WB's goal to push to the spire at the same time? I think they can't make it. It's not. Oh yeah, here we have some ghosts flying home as well from. Oh, so Echo was pushing as well. Murder venue, you have to tell me. Oh, here my WB is pushing here. OMG. Are they gathering up anywhere? What is WB doing there? Everywhere I see a WB. But they are not pushing, you see, like NTS was doing the long. WB just runs all over, right? WB is here showing their presence, I mean. And they are pushing as well here. When you're saying WB gonna push Echo out of the zone, I mean, the numbers are crazy, but we also know that WB has a downtime. We know that from fighting them. Mainly Asian Alliance. And then it comes the uptime of Echo when the downtime of WB starts. So this will be an interesting part. Oh, Suno in the house.
There now.
So we can maybe close this vote. I mean, this is a very close vote here, guys. You can, anyone wants to vote, I'll leave it on 1 more minute. Rage or NTS will win the Zone 2 fight, and then we're asking here WB or Echo. But look at WB, they're coming with caps, they bring in the infantry, they're bringing the DPS, but it will be hard to hold here. Look like Echo is already grouping up here as well. I'm back to home, Suno. Yeah, and you can see the popcorn here. I think this is a fight. A lot of people will also remember. Both Zone 2 fights here, in my opinion, are super cool. Hi, Romulus Remus. How do you say that in English, Wahed? Romulus Remus?
Ramos?
In German, you
I
would
like
say.
how you said it though.
Yeah,
You
that
said
is
it
German.
cool.
You said it cool. I just said it German. Romulus Remus.
I like it.
German. That's how we say it in German. I need attention, guys. Who can help me out, Suno? I mean, we can try our best, but we're still here in the Yapcast. Nice to see you again. Okay, Suno is easy to get attention to. He's just talking to everyone. And Suno, I mean, maybe wasn't your plan getting closer friends with Wahid? You can maybe try now.
Oh my goodness.
He asked. So I know Suno from the beginning. You know, he's in my BAP group earlier, and then he was so cute. He was talking to me. I didn't know Wahid was a girl. Princess, you are friends with Wahid. Now I can get friends with her faster as well because I know you, right? You will help me.
Aw, that's so cute.
He's really a cutie. I mean, Echo is directly here. Look at this.
Yeah.
The infantry groups here, but here's also WB, and they have WB good caps group as well. I mean, they got TSGM and co. They got a lot of strong players joining them as well, so they will be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fighting day.
Yes, and now Echo here is a little bit closer to not so much closer. It's a little bit closer to their base for refresh, but not so close. This is the numbers, guys. So here, isn't it always like this? The calves are kind of doing their own thing beside. This is the normal
Always.
battlefield, and here you have the calf groups doing their own little thing. Sono saying, "Ayo, mama, you tell Wahid all my plan. It's fine. I just help you out." Remus is saying no fighting in BTX for now, just watching the girls yapping. But so how is BTX doing? You against A2G, right? That will be cool war to. There are a lot of good Zone 2 fights, and the good part is because I'm not fighting, I can look around and watch a lot and then kind of watch at least some other Zone 2 fights. Even if you ask me, I would always prefer to fight, but sometimes it is what it is. Oh my God, do you see what Kex is saying in chat, Wahid, about the hair color?
Oh my gosh, in my country we call dirty blonde rat-colored hair. That's horrible.
But a red is not that kind of color. A red is gray, right?
No. Yeah.
Explain, Kex. I don't know.
Yeah, why do you say that? Why does your country say that?
So now what EI is doing right now, we are between our allies. We don't have a Zone 2 fight. We have only Zone 3 invading fights, and we have a big final zone. So Kex is a red. Oh my God. Kex saying I don't know why. Oh my God. I mean, Kex is blonde by himself, when I remember correctly. I am dirty blonde. So you are that kind of blonde we were talking about, the Straßenköder blonde. Or in Swedish, the red blonde, obviously. It's the most common hair color here.
Huh. Texas blonde hair girl.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God.
We were trying to guess Vanyo's color of his hair.
Yes. We're still guessing. I mean, we got it. I think we got it.
I think so. I don't know that we got his eye color though. He won't show us a picture. He's being very aloof.
Oh my God. With Wahid and me sometimes being a voice chat is not easy because we're asking all that stuff over and over again. So no Cax, we need to talk, bro.
And then Vanu just says, I'm shy.
Yeah, that is
That's how
always.
he'll reply to these things. I'm shy. And then just say, no. Yes. Uh-oh.
Teleport stuffing already here. I mean, WB showing numbers here.
Yeah.
And I I didn't know if WB maybe play more defense. Oh, here's Genesis, our BAP group. He's playing as well here.
Aw.
Yeah, he's from our. Do you see Cerno? Genesis here in the middle, dying with his infantry, but that is what infantry is purpose for. Normally, he's always on vacation when the big wars are going, but we see him fighting here. Oh, we have to close the poll right now. Let's close the poll and let's make a new poll. So the community says that 59% Rage will win against NTS. So now we set a new poll. After what we saw a little bit, who will win Zone 2, Echo or WB? So guys, the poll should be up, guys, so you can vote. What various chances? He's fighting on the field. He's on Echo, Turner. You know that. He's probably flying home his ghost right now.
By flying home.
Wait, he's not sleeping or he's on vacation? I mean, that is what he normally. But look, like they are taking that serious. They're already teleporting stuffing in and stuff like that. There will be good fights here as well, especially when it comes to down and up times. Apparently, it comes from the hair, it becoming more lifeless during winter. Okay, that is what the reason for it. So guys, drop a vote. Do you think WB will win this zone or Echo will win it? So what is your opinion? Who will win the zone?
I think Echo.
I mean,
Echo's just nonstop.
Yeah, Echo is nonstop, and they are resource healing like crazy, and they have really, I think every player have everything max. I mean, WB, I know they have a lot of, they got definitely, I mean, that's why they're so high ranked as well. They get a lot of top players, and the effort they put in is crazy. I mean, what WB you have always to have on the card is they're using their farm accounts for building, destroying, etc., and that helps a little bit as well.
Yeah, it kind of gives another aspect to it, another layer.
Yes. So, I mean, it really depends, but I think overall Echo will, strengths-wise, and with the resource healing they put in, and that they also have, because I think WB still have some mid-power player, and I include myself as a mid-power player as well. In the meantime, in that kind of KVKs, we are with my 130 million power. I'm mid-power. I'm definitely not high power. And I think WB has a little bit more of that kind of smaller / mid-player power players. And I think this is the reason why I think they cannot hold up, even with because stamina becomes at some point an issue. And when you can play mages, archers, calves, infantry, you can play every troop type as like the big whales in Echo can, because they have every hero max for every troop type. As a mid player, you don't have every hero max. So, for example, I could not play 5 archers or 5 caps, not even right now. I think even you, Wahid, could not play 5, or you maybe could 5 much, all right?
Yeah.
But that is the reason why I think that. Trying to keep here up with the building. Oh, what? We have to soon. I have to eat something before we have the Roots of War meeting. Time flies.
I know, I was going to say, you have your meeting soon.
I have my meeting with colleagues soon, yeah, with the Roots of War League. Because we have Roots of War League at 19 UTSC as well. I mean, maybe later or tomorrow I'm streaming a little bit here to Zone 2 Wars. Wait, BRB in 20 minutes. So no, we can't wait. I have to go. I have really to go in the Roots of War meeting and stuff like this. So I kind of would like to have the poll a little bit more up. Maybe we close that the next time then. Oh, it's interesting. We have right now 58% at WB. Okay,
Really?
okay.
Oh.
We have to see. I mean, it would be cool. I mean, WB is our ally. So I do hope WB win this year.
Oh,
Don't get me
yeah.
wrong, but I think it's very hard. Question is, how long will WB keep Echo entertained? What do you mean with keep entertained? I say WB fights Echo for 1.5 days before it's very clear who's gonna win. I mean, this is what I'm kind of expecting just from the experience, how the alliances are and how strong Echo is. I think Echo can win the zone, kind of like. But I think like WB is kind of not to underrate as well. But we have to see. But if you would ask me and I had to vote, I would probably say Echo would win the zone. But that's just kind of a guessing. Like Wahid has a guessing as well. Like everyone has a guessing. What I hope and what I guess is maybe different, because for sure I'm absolutely cheering here for our allies and I'm wishing WB the best. And I also like the people in WB a lot. And great people.
Yeah.
Great people. It was the most fun fights I had, I think, against WB, or at least at my top 3 most favorite fights in Call of Dragons I had. Because they were really, and even if you think, okay, they have their downtime and then they wake up and then they put in their effort again. They just don't give up. That is what I like on them. So we have to see that later. That will take a few more hours here till the match. I think Rage NTS will be a little bit faster that they touch the territory, but still also some time to go on. I mean, the tower's building. So we will have definitely an eye on that. Echo was hard coping last season with BTX fight lasting 4 hours. What is coping?
Like, I don't know the like, dealing with, I guess you could say, coping.
But why was that hard? Then it was easy, right?
I don't know.
When the fight goes over, oh, they already taking here the giant? No. I was super confused. I think the giant is not even opened. That's why I was. Oh no! Oh, this is a giant in the zone. Oh my god! I was in the. Huh? It's weird for me. Oh, the giants are already opened. I haven't seen that. I didn't know that. You directly take the giants. Okay. Normally, wasn't it the zone opening and then the behemoth opening? Okay. Since I never looked at zone 2 here, yeah, here we have NTS lined up. Look that it's NTS, very organized. Infantry lined up in the front. So let's see how this KVK goes. So we gave our guessings. We kind of closed it yet. We cannot wait for so many. They were saying it was a good fight, but they got teased, unsatisfied. I mean, that is also fine, I think. So I will just close the voting for now, because we have really, I have to prepare for the Roots of War. We go into that more when we stream a little bit more the upcoming days. I mean, I'm on that KVK. I will definitely watch it later after Roots of War League. Oh, now Rage is here pushing. Let's go. Should we watch this one push? But that takes some time till they walk over. I will not make it in time. So maybe we can say something about next Yapcast, because Wahid is busy with interviews this week. So Wahid, give a little bit of overview.
Yes, I got a few interviews that I'm going to be doing this week. So finally, some motion. And yeah, we're going to try and figure out when we're going to be doing Yapcast and all that.
Because we thought about it will be probably in future the Saturday instead of Sunday, because the Roots of War League and kind of like, yeah, that Roots of War, the main Roots of War, even if it's not League, it is always on a Sunday. So we kind of...
Yeah. It doesn't really work.
Okay, and saying kind of like Wahid relationships, boyfriend interviews.
Yes.
So, okay, guys, you're always... Who is being interviewed for Wahid? Who is
Wahid's boyfriend. I don't know yet. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, we will definitely, if Wahid has a new official boyfriend here and everything and is marrying, we will definitely, the first thing she will do is announcing it on a Yapcast. She would not do it to her in real life friends. She would not put it to her family.
We're keeping everything secret.
She would not tell it to her family first. The first thing she would do at Yapcast, guys. Don't you worry. Just kidding. Oh, sometimes. But I mean, so Wahid is a little bit busy, but she said she also has a headset, so she travels, so we can maybe yap during the week.
Yes.
Or when you send the application, yes. I mean, before you have to.
Of course.
Okay, I mean, he sent application. Did he know that the application is that he need to send a picture? So we can confirm the rumors.
Oh. And then Princess and I will review applications.
Princess and I will review. Live on a Yapcast. No, we're just kidding, guys. We're just kidding. Don't take everything serious. We have to be very careful. Just kidding. Okay, Sono, you are back. Hi, Wahid. Okay, he will now try.
Cerno.
So Sono, you're a little bit late. We have to. We already ended a Yapcast, but Saturday will be definitely the next. Good luck with your interviews.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely good luck to Wahid. Yeah, I hope she don't find a job too fast. I think she deserves a little bit of break, but that she find at least a job which is maybe in 1 or 2 months, and she has a little bit time to relax as well. That what I really would wish for you. But I know you as well. When the job need you very fast, then you will probably say yes. So
Yeah.
it was a nice time. I could always yap with her. That was amazing.
I know, it has been very nice.
Now you gotta review her boyfriend interviews. Give her some help. Definitely I would do. I would check it. I want only the very best for Wahid. Only the very best.
Aw, Thank you.
And that will be a hard assessment center, guys. Or how do you call that in America? When you have kind of like not only an interview, you have to go through a whole assessment center
Yeah,
with different
assessment.
tasks. Yeah, this it will be. So till you make it to be even considered to be by its future boyfriend. No, just kidding, guys. I won't watch this stream again and again because Wahid here too. Yeah, you can do that. You can just review it. We have even at the beginning, Cerno, we have Quokka here, the Discord moderator, and there are 3 girls talking. So you'll have enjoying that. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like on the stream to support us here a little bit. We will here inform you on my YouTube channel or on my Discord. So maybe you share one more time the Discord link when you're here in the voice chat instead of here freaking out.
I know, Manu's have an episode.
Yeah. You can share maybe one more time that Discord link here directly in chat. I think it's also pinned in the comments. Join the Discord there. We always announce when we are yapping, and you can give us also yap topics. So see you soon again. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. And yeah, we will update you on the channel here. Join the Discord. Make sure to be there, and then you will be updated when the next Yapcast is. So Wahid,
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. Bye bye. Till next time.